Sup guys, happy Monday. Welcome back to the vlog. My name is Zipporah. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning family member, what's up y'all? So today is Monday, December the 8th. It is 2:11 and we have stuff to do. Sorry, I'm chewing gum. I apologize. I just put in a fresh piece and you know how it gets like real juicy in your mouth? My goodness, I feel it. Oh my gosh. So y'all, we have stuff to do today because, okay, I'm literally like making a liar out of myself because I said the next time we were together, we're going to go to the gym. We're not going to the gym today, guys. We have stretching to do and we have some shoulder work to do. So I know we did pull the last 2 days. So I don't want to put a lot of pressure on my shoulder, but I also want to focus on my lower back and my core because that's usually where I lose my strength first. So we're going to do, which we've never done before actually together. We're going to do some stretches in the hallway. So this is like my at-home stretching flexibility session. And I do it right in the hallway. So I have like a little narrow walkway and I can use the wall as like my spotter, if you will. So that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, we need to get into some burpees because I need some cardio today. And also, I ate already this morning, guys. I already ate. So I had, what did my voice crack? So I had a bagel, a dugout bagel. So I usually do a bagel and I scoop out all the middle because I don't like that doughy taste. So I really just like most of the crust. So I dug that out. And the hack is, guys, maybe I'll make this with you together, but the hack is to put coconut oil on it and then add a little salt and it tastes exactly like butter. It's so delicious. So I had that. And I also had 2 whole eggs and then 2 egg whites. So that was really delicious and I wanted more, but I'm like, let me not be greedy. So that's kind of where we are right now. And I know I need to, I'm trying to look for Marlee outside also. So, cause he tries to like run. Hold on, y'all. Let's go see what Marlee's doing because he tries to like run around outside and hold on. Marlee, what? No, get off of me. No, you stay. You're going to get a butt beat. Do you understand? A butt beat. You do not run. You will be eaten by vicious dogs. Do you understand? And I will let them. Yo, this guy. Whew. Yeah, my heart rate up because it's like random dogs that will run around outside and they're ferocious, okay? They may be like 20 to 160 pounds. And it could be like 2, 3, 5 of them. I don't know. I just don't really like dogs like that. So I'm always very nervous. But no, seriously, there are dogs that run around and they get loose and they will eat this little cotton ball that we have. It will eat him alive. And he don't understand. He want treats. He will be the treat. Yes, I'm talking about you. Like, how dare you? Don't look at me like that. Anyway, y'all, let's get back to it. Okay, y'all. So anyway, Marlee had my heart rate up. Okay, so now we need to get into burpees. So we're going to do our burpees and then we will get into our wall stretches. And I'm also trying to figure out what I'm going to eat because I'm hungry already again. So I'm glad that I ate this morning. So that was really good. And I did make my spaghetti squash and I do have the ground turkey. We also need to run an errand. I'm out of the almond milk to make the Ninja Creamy. So I don't have a Ninja Creamy to eat today because I'm out of milk. So we're going to have to go to the store and pick that up. But before we do, I figure let's get in, what is this little piece of hair? Let's get in our, stretching and cardio first, and then we will go out and then we'll have something to eat. So let's get these burpees in that I don't feel like doing. Okay guys, so I'm gonna put my ankle weights on and these are 10 pounds, but they're adjustable. So I'm doing 2 pounds for this. I'm just gonna strap myself in, put my ankle weight on. And on this one, I'm gonna do the same. just so I can have a little more resistance when I'm doing my burpees. So I have both. Oh gosh, here comes this guy. This troublemaker. He's a troublemaker, that's what it is. Okay, let's get into these burpees. So hopefully I'm secure. I should be secure, yeah? All right, so I think I'll go this way. All right, so I'm going to do my burpees. So I'm procrastinating. All right, y'all. So I wanna go for 20 burpees. All right, let's get into it. So I start here. So I go here, down, back, up. And that's 1. So we have 19 more to go. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, my hair. 6. Okay. Marlee, move. 7. 8. 9. 10. 10 more to go. I love burpees, but they take so much out of you. Oh man, and I haven't done them in a while. Yeah, all right, I can't rest too long. Okay, 10 more. Let's go. That was 1. All done. Oh, y'all, it takes a lot out of you, but I'm telling you, they work so well. All right, now we gotta do our wall stretches. Oh man, let me catch my breath. Okay, so now wall stretches. And oh my God, I'm so disheveled. Yeah, okay, next thing, we're gonna get on the wall. Oh my God, catch my breath. We're gonna get on the wall and we're gonna do some stretches, but I think I'm gonna do them without the ankle weights because these are so bulky. So I'm gonna do. So this is how I begin my wall stretches. So I always go with a deep hamstring stretch. So I try to make it active. So I'll just do a walk forward and a walk back, and then just a little bit of a squat and a lift, trying to keep my chest like pressed against my thighs. And so I want to make sure that I'm breathing through it because I want to also make sure that my core is still pulled in tight, although I am forward folding, and sometimes your abdominal muscles could have a tendency to release. So I try to
focus on core as well as lower body in this position. So I just breathe through this. And then the benefit of having two walls in front and behind me is that I can go forward and press and just feel a deeper stretch in my hamstrings, or I can go back in this position and then I can kind of pull myself in also. So I have the benefit of having the walls here so that I can do some things. So I'll just use it as leverage. So for example, here I'm gonna go for a deeper stretch. So right now I feel pretty tight. And in this position, what I'm gonna do is just try to take this leg, and as I extend, I'm gonna exhale and down and extend and down. Just deep breathing and just making it a bit more of a dynamic stretch instead of just passive stationary stretching. So I'm just gonna bring it in that position. And the more I do it, the looser I'll become. And then I'll just notice, and I also have a mirror on the other side so I can just see my lines as well. So the more I activate my hamstrings, my glutes, my back, I'll start to get looser in these areas. So the other thing that I love to do is a back stretch. So not only do I focus on my lower body, but I'll focus on my upper body as well. So having the ability to have something to hold on to. So I'm just gonna go into a little bit of a squat, and then I'm just gonna bend and roll and bend and roll. So the benefit again to have walls in front of me and behind me is that I can go now, I can take my arms and I can go here. So I love this hallway because there's like so many things that I've done and that have helped me to be a little more flexible. So that's a couple of the warm-ups that I do when I'm working in the hallway. And so from here, I don't really have like a set program to do in the hallway. It's just kind of what I feel. And if I feel tight in some areas, then I'll focus on a particular stretch. If I feel tight in my hip flexors or in my quads or in my hamstrings, I'll just do certain stretches. And also too, what I love to do is a handstand and leg spreads. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So hopefully you'll be able to see. But I'm just gonna go into a handstand because I don't know how to balance in a full handstand, but enough where I can still hold myself up. So I'll go into this position. And now I'm on the wall. So I'm gonna take my glutes. I'm gonna press them onto the wall and I'm gonna spread. And I'm gonna close, open, close, open, close, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, like that. So that just helps with leg strength and also with core and hip flexors. So it's just a total lower body engagement that I absolutely love. And I'll just rep those out and do several reps and sets of those. So that's one of my favorites. And then also too, I love to make shapes.
in the hallway. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. And you guys let me know, leave a comment below if you'd like me to deep dive into flexibility training and strength training for flexibility as well. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you really want me to walk through it. I'm kind of like rushing through these things, but if you want me to take a deeper dive, I will. And I'll do a whole separate video on it. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of give you a little taste of what happens when I'm in this hallway, because this actually will go on for at least 2 hours. So I'll run these drills, I'll do different shapes. And this becomes a whole workout all on its own. So this is definitely, in addition to pole, the gym, the mat, and cardio, I also do the hallway stretches, which is something that's completely different than all of the other modalities that I just mentioned too. So I try to make sure that I'm getting complete full body workouts in whenever I can, and this is one of them. So, and then this helps me to, like I said, to focus on my flexibility and lower body engagement. That's the difference. Instead of like strength building, where we go to the gym and we're building strength to build muscle, but in the hallway, I focus on the actual strength, the strength that it takes to hold your legs up, the strength that it takes to really engage and lift and hold, instead of when we're in the gym, we're just focusing on how big can we grow our quads, or how big can we grow our glutes, or something of that nature. But here, we're just trying to see how flexible we can become, how loose our back can become, and also making sure that we're engaging our shoulders and other things. So this is a total body corner or hallway. This is our total body workout for the hallway session. But this is what I like to do when I may be a little exhausted from pole, or not necessarily having the energy to go to the gym. And I may have already done the mat session or something like that. So this is just something else that I'll just throw into the mix to make sure that I'm still engaging my body and challenging my body in a multitude of ways. So another thing that I love to do is that I will come in this position and I'll go here. And I'm working on my shoulders and my back. And I'm in this position. It's kind of hard to talk and do this at the same time, but so there, what I'm focusing on is just trying to be aware of what my, where I'm weak and what my body is trying to tell me. So I already feel that my back isn't as flexible as it has been, or even a couple of days ago, just because I've been doing a lot more pull, and sometimes it could kind of work against some areas of flexibility. Pull makes me flexible too, but it kind of works against some of the areas of flexibility for me, because I'm constantly like pulling in this position and I'm not flexing all the time. So in that position, I just noticed that my back just felt like more of a C than a U, if that makes sense. So it felt like I was in a C position, but I know that my back can get into that U. So a deeper bend instead of just like a, you know. So I would just run that a little bit more. So let's do it again. So I'm gonna go into that same position, and the way that I'm going to try to focus on getting my back a little looser, one, by doing it again, but then also two, when I go up, I'm gonna make sure that I take a deep breath in and exhale. And as I exhale, I need to release my back. So we'll see if we can hit it again, if I can get my hands in the right position. So I think it's here, right? I don't know. Hold on. Gotta think about it also. I think I'm too close. I think. Hold on, guys. No, 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 no. Move, Marlee.
No one wants kisses right now. Okay, let me come down.
I think my center of gravity was off. So, excuse me. I think my center of gravity was a little off, so I couldn't catch my balance. But for the most part, I'll just run that again. I'll just do that. Excuse me, Marlee. I'll just do that that particular position a few more times, and then my back will just increasingly get looser. And again, like I said, I'm kind of like rushing through this just so, because I don't want to bore you guys, but leave me a comment below and let me know if you'd like me to talk more about flexibility, and I will, and we'll go through a lot more. The other thing that I love to do in such a small space are back bends. So we can do, let's see, there's several ones that we could do. But I guess I'll just do it this way. Hopefully you guys can see. I think, yes. Marlee, no, stay. Can you sit down? Okay, so we're gonna go into a bridge. So if I can move my hair out of the way. So I'm just gonna rock back and forth. I'm trying not to hit the mic on the wall, and as I do, I'm actually gonna force myself to push through my shoulders. And then I have the wall there where I can stretch my legs. Marlee, why are you here? Okay, guys, I can't do anything without this guy in my face. But yes, so the back bend for sure, going into a bridge and then really pushing through my shoulders and my quads by using the wall as leverage it feels so good to release it. So I'll do that, and I'll do that for several reps. So I'll just go into it, come out of it, breathe, then go back into it, come out of it, breathe. Well, I'm breathing while I'm in it also, but I'm allowing myself to take a breath, then going back into it again, because I don't want to rush it. I don't want to rip or tear or strain anything. So I want to make sure that I'm going into it and I feel the resistance, and then I will come out of it, and then I'll go back into it again, and making sure that while I'm in it that I could just really breathe and relax in it. When I truly can relax in it, I know for sure I'm starting to feel more U than C, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some more on my own, and then I'll come back to you guys in a little bit, and then I think we need to do some I don't know. Hold on, guys. I'll come back to you in a second after I do this, because I can't think. After I do a few more stretches in the hallway, I'll come back to you in a little bit. Okay, guys. So we finished our hallway workout, I guess. Yeah, we'll call it that. The hallway workout. We finished that, and then now Marlee, he is so clingy. I figured let's come out because I need to run errands anyway. So I'm gonna run and I am craving French fries. It's like I feel depleted inside. So I'm gonna get a few French fries, and then I'm gonna take him into the Petco to get a treat, and then because that's one of his favorite places to go to. And then we're gonna go to the grocery store because remember I told you I needed milk for my Ninja Creamy, so I need that. And I'm just feeling like, oof, I feel drained. Like I feel a good drain, but I feel like I need some food. So, and I'm so glad that I have documented, like I have, documentation, like this is like a journal, for me, and I can look back and say, I remember this feeling, I know what this is. And before it gets too crazy and before I burn out, let me make sure I eat, let me make sure I rest. So I'm starting to feel like a little depleted, like glycogen depleted. So I'm definitely gonna eat something. I mean, I had some protein today, but of course, like, you know, I just need to make sure I eat a little bit more. I worked out hard on Saturday, I worked out hard on Sunday. I just got in a really good workout just now with the burpees and then the full body stretching. So that's a workout in itself. So now I need to make sure that I eat. So we're gonna run these errands and take little puppy over here outside because he seems like he's getting antsy being in the house all the time. So we're gonna run to the store and then we'll go back and then we'll eat some food because I'm getting really hungry now. So I guess I'll check back in with you guys when we get in the house, or maybe when we get to Petco. Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Can I just do a large fry?
Your number is 72. There you go.
Thank you so much, you too. I just need a quick french fry and I get a large fry. Y'all, I can eat 2 large fries from Five Guys. See, this is my problem. I need to get it together, but this is gonna satisfy me. I'm not gonna get the burger, but I think I'm gonna do remember I got the rotisserie chicken a couple of days ago? So I'm gonna do the rotisserie chicken and then I'm gonna do the fries and a really large salad. I cannot wait. Happy hump day. Today is Wednesday, and let me see the date. I never know the date. Today is Wednesday, December the 10th, and it is, I don't even know the time. It's 10:12, and I need to go to work. So before I go to work, I wanted to finish our flexibility. So I did flexibility yesterday. So I'm gonna do a little bit more of that today, just for a few minutes before I head into work. So we can close out this video because I wanna show you a couple of things that I do on the pole also for flexibility and how I do some flexibility training as well on the pole. And again, leave a comment below and let me know if you'd like to take a deeper dive into flexibility, because I definitely will do that for you guys. I would love to do that for you guys. But right now we'll do some quick movements. I'll show you some things that you can do on the pole also for flexibility. That's super fun, super easy, but very effective. So we're gonna get into that and then we gotta run. And we have some things to do today, but I think I'm gonna start that in the next vlog. So I wanna make sure that I get in this flexibility with you guys today because, I like it feels kind of tight today. So we definitely have to do some things, but I wanted to make sure I get this in because it's all encompassing, like what I do. There's so many things that I do that it's kind of hard to like nail down. Like, how do you get strong? Well, I do this, and this. Or how do you tighten your core? Well, I do this, and this. And I think the theme of it all is just to keep moving. It's just to be consistent with your moving, and whatever you do, just be consistent and just keep going. So even if, like, for example, yesterday, y'all, I felt so bad because yesterday I ate, let me just say, I ate poorly. I had like the weirdest stuff. I had like an ice cream, a dairy-free ice cream cone, and then I also had like a piece of a chocolate cake, so that wasn't good. And then the scale went up a pound today. I don't really care about the scale, let me tell you. When I am heavier, this is before now, but when I used to be heavier, I was more muscular. So now I'm actually lighter now than I was when I was more muscular. So I'm not really worrying about the scale so much. I'm just using it as a unit of measure to see like what's happening with my body. So every day I measure myself and I'm like writing it down, and just to see like, you know, what's happening with like how it's affecting how like what I eat affects my body that same day or the next day. So that's kind of what's happening. But as long as I'm being consistent and I see like changes happening with my body, like that's really all that matters. So anyway, enough of the chatting. Let's go in the pole room. Let's do some things, and I will show you a couple of the techniques that I use to increase my flexibility. Guys, the other thing I wanted to tell you was the importance of mobility. The reason why I like to focus on flexibility just in general is because it helps to increase my strength. It may not make complete sense when you think about it, right? Because like, how can your flexibility increase your strength? But it increases your range of motion. Your flexibility, when you are flexible, you're able to hold and contract your muscles. So it helps you to have better form when you are performing your exercises also. So increasing your mobility, increasing your flexibility is just so important for life longevity as well. So there's just so many benefits that I just like to make sure that my flexibility is one of the number one priorities for me when it comes to tightening up and getting in shape. So I have my socks on, and I may have to take them off because they may be too slippery. So where we're gonna start now, because I haven't warmed up or anything, I'm just gonna hold on to the pole and I'm just gonna lift my leg and I'm just gonna go here. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So if you have a chair, you could do this on a chair. So if you had a chair like here, like the back of a chair, you can just hold on to the chair and then just lift your leg here and the other side here, just like that. So right now I'm just opening my hips. And again, if you had a chair, you could do this on a chair and you would just hang on to the back of the chair like so. And then you would just hold on and then you just kick side to side. And as you're kicking side to side, you want to make sure that your core is contracted. So when you're kicking and you're holding on, you're going to make sure that you're bracing your core and making sure that you're not pushing, not distending your core out away from your body, right? So keeping your belly pulled in tight. This is hard to do without something to balance on, but you get what I'm saying. So, okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is hip thrusts. So standing hip thrusts. This helps with your lower back. So you're gonna tuck, exhale, inhale, push, tuck, inhale, exhale, inhale, push, exhale. So again, making sure that you are pulling in your core when you're doing your hip thrusts. So I'm on my toes because I always like to make sure that my quads are contracted. But if I'm holding on, you can hold on to a wall, you can hold on to a chair. So you could be in this position and you're just gonna go tuck, push, and just watch your breathing. Just making sure that you're arching your back and you're pulling in your core at the same time. So it's a tuck, push, tuck, push. Again, this is kind of difficult to hold on and stand on my toes at the same time, but we're getting it done. So we have a tuck, push, tuck, push. Give yourself about 20 of those. And you can turn it into a circuit. So again, if you're on your chair and you're holding on to your chair, you're holding on and you're gonna go 2, 3, 4, then tuck, push, tuck, push, tuck, push, tuck, push. Again, here, 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 here. Then we tuck, push, tuck, push, tuck, push, tuck, push. Make sense? So again, it's all about keeping your core pulled in super tight. You're gonna make sure that your glutes are engaged, where you're standing on your toes, belly pulled in, and it's here. Right? So another one that I love to do is to make sure that my upper back is getting some flexibility practice as well. So not only my lower back is engaged, but my upper. So from there, I'm just gonna push my chest up. One thing that's super important that I'd love to stress is posture. When you're sitting down at work, when you are sitting down to eat, when you're sitting down watching television, anytime you are sitting, you wanna make sure that your shoulders, let me show you. I'm sitting on my feet, but I'm sitting for the most part. So you see how my back is rounded in this position? I'm actually rounding my back, but most times when people sit, this is how they sit. So you kind of get relaxed and you sit in this position. You want to try to focus on sitting up by keeping your core pulled in tight, raising your chest, rolling your shoulders back, and sitting up straight. This will help to engage your core more often, and you'll connect to your core easier when it's time to really use your core when you are performing your exercises, whatever they are. But you will be able to recognize the core, the muscles that you need in that exercise because you're already used to engaging. But if you're constantly like this, your back will become weak and your core will become weak as well. So you want to make sure that you are sitting up straight. The other thing is when standing. So the other thing when you're standing, let me move my hair. So sometimes people will hang out like this because you're so used to being on your phone, so you're kind of rounded. So you want to make sure that you're standing up. Let me move my hair, sorry. You want to make sure that you're standing up straight. And you want to feel like there's a line that's just like pulling you up. So instead of like this, you want to stand up straight. Keep your belly, your core pulled in tight, and you just want to stand up straight. It really does help when it comes to doing your exercises, when you are focusing on your core, when you aren't working out. So do the work before, so almost as if it's a prerequisite. Having a strong posture is a prerequisite for performing your exercises correctly. So let's get back to it. Posture. So I'm standing up straight and I'm just gonna thrust my chest forward and back. So remember when we did lower, we were here. We thrust our hips forward and back. Now we're gonna stand up straight and we're going to take our chest forward and back. Forward and back. So now you can turn it again into a circuit. So you can go kick, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then chest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then kick, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Then hip, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then chest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little bit of a circuit, and it's small movements, but it makes a big difference in flexibility, and it helps us to engage our muscles, our body, and it kind of pulls everything together. For me, core is what brings your top and your bottom together. So your upper body and your lower body, it brings it together and locks it in place. So it helps to control. So instead of having a weak core, when you have a weak core, the top is kind of out there doing its thing and your lower body's kind of out there doing its thing, and it's not working together. But when your core is tight, you have so much more control over your entire body. It is so, so important. So, okay, so I'm gonna do a few more on the pole. I'll show you one more before we go. Look at your face. You can't even see out of your eye. Okay, so the other one that you could also do at home that is really, really cool for flexibility. So you can do this on a doorway. So what you're gonna do is you're going to align your glutes, the center of your glutes on a doorway. So the actual angle of a doorway, right? You wanna align your glutes. Then you're gonna take your hands and you're gonna go up overhead and you're going to reach high and you're gonna round out your back. So you're in this position and you're gonna go here. So the focus here is the middle of your back
and your shoulders, because your shoulders are so tight from just doing activities that are here, right? Not often do we reach behind and we open our chest and open our shoulders, and this loosens up the deltoids as well. So again, you're gonna just align your glutes. You're gonna align your glutes on the edge of a doorway. You're gonna reach above to grab holds however you can, and you're just gonna reach high and arch and bring it up. And high and arch and bring it up. You wanna make sure that your core is still pulled in tight. You don't wanna just let it loose. Don't open your rib cage too much. You wanna contract, so you wanna bring it in. So you go here and bring it in. Here and bring it in. And bring it in. And make sure that you're breathing, just to loosen up your back a little bit. So again, just to close out the circuit. So remember, this is what we did. We did 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we turn and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that's it. So you just run that circuit several times. You'll start to feel a little looser. So that's like a beginner warm up, a beginner flexibility. I mean, it's definitely something that anyone can do because you're just moving your hips, you're just rolling your back a little bit, and baby steps. So make sure that you're breathing. We can go deeper, we can go longer in holds. There's ways that you can progressively overload in just these movements in itself. But first, we just have to make sure that we have the movement down, make sure that your core is engaged, glutes are engaged, shoulders are engaged. You're not just letting your body go. Okay guys, so that's it for now. I am actually going to run out the door because I have some errands to run. In the next vlog, we have so much more to do. And I know I've said several times that we are gonna go to the gym. I don't know if we're going to the gym today or tomorrow, but we are definitely doing lower body in the next day or two. So stick around. Hopefully I'll see you. And if you stayed to the end of the video, I really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really enjoy doing these videos, and I appreciate you guys being here with me throughout this journey. So thank you again so much for watching. Again, my name is Zipporah, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.